Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. My name is Misty, and today I am bringing you another episode of our Decades Legacy Challenge. As you can see, we are back with the O'Hara family, and it is the year 1945. In today's episode, we are going to be going and visiting the memorial cemetery and putting our soldiers to rest in their final resting place. We will be doing that with several of our families, so we are going to be hopping around quite a bit in today's episode so that we can make sure everyone has been laid to rest in their final resting place. But I did want to go ahead and start out in the O'Hara family because, as we know, this is the family that we predominantly play with. That being said, there have been some changes in the game here. So we do have everyone set up in their job. So everyone in the game now has been set up on a career in the career paths that were laid out in the rules that they're allowed to have. So everyone now is working. We also have some new marriages. We have some new pregnancies. We have babies that have aged up. So life is continuing on now that the war has ended. So we're going to be seeing a lot of those changes as the gameplay continues on. And we have people come over and visit and things like that. And as we continue to progress through the gameplay, we will be seeing these changes as they play out. I'm sure as things continue on, we'll see these families some more. I don't obviously play rotational gameplay in this series, so we won't be playing as those families, but we will see them as the series progresses. That being said, let's go ahead and get started and continue on with this episode because we have a lot to do in the episode. So let's press play and get to it. So the children are currently at school, and Gemma here is just going ahead and making a little bit of brunch so that there is some food in the fridge once everyone does get home. She has recently gone to the washroom, so all of her needs are in a pretty good place aside from her fun. I think when she's done with brunch, I'm going to take her in there and let her have a little bit of piano time. I do have all of the kids making friends while they're at school because, as we know, we do need them getting to know some people out in the world because I want them to be able to have some friends in their relationship panels that they can meet so that hopefully we'll have some relationships so that they can get married and move out and things of that nature. There are not a lot of people in this world that aren't related to us, so I'm hoping that they'll meet some people while they're at school that aren't related to us that they might be able to get on with, and that way we will just be able to expand our family tree a little bit because as of right now, majority of the people that are in this world belong to us. I'm hoping by them making friends, we will meet some new people. But we're just gonna let her go ahead and finish up her breakfast here, and then I'll have her just clean up after herself. And I'm gonna just put this food here in the fridge, and then we're gonna come and have her play a little concerto here, and that will help hopefully get her fun up. We know that she absolutely loves playing music. For her job that she got, I did put her in the entertainer career because, as we know, she loves music, and so that just made the most sense for her to be in the entertainer career. And as you can see, she is doing really, really well with her music. She is at a level 6 of her music career, so we absolutely love that. So I think when the kids go ahead and get home, we will go ahead and take this family out to the memorial cemetery, and we will go ahead and put Liam and Edmund to rest once they're home from school today, and then we will move on to another family. Once she's done playing the piano, I'm gonna have her go ahead and come out here and work in the garden a little bit. There is a lot of things that need to take place in the garden. Oh, and it looks like we might need to even do a little bit of laundry. There's some laundry out here in the garden that needs to be taken care of. So let's go ahead and get her out here doing that. So I am just gonna have her go ahead and sell everything in the garden. That way we don't have anything like in our inventory that we have to sell. She can just go ahead and just sell everything on her own. And then she can weed everything and sell the honey that's in the beehive. And we'll get her to weed everything, and she can get some laundry going since there is some dirty laundry laying here in the garden. It looks like we also need to do a little bit of watering. She has reached gardening level 7, which is absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't expect anything less considering how much she actually does garden. As you can see, we have some baby chicks that have recently hatched. So our chicken coop is doing pretty decent, I would say. And we're also getting a pretty good yield on our honey. We usually get about 5 jars of honey whenever we get the honey out of the beehive. So that's pretty decent. So she's just going to go ahead and go and weed that garden and then do some watering. And then I'll have her go back into the laundry room and we will deal with some of this laundry here because clearly the laundry needs to be dealt with. And the children will be home very shortly. So once they come home, we will just check on their needs and then we'll head out to the memorial. We have wanted to invite over classmate Savannah. Okay, we can do that. Joseph wants to invite over Savannah. Savannah Price. All right, so Joseph is invited over Savannah. So we will go ahead and talk with Savannah a little bit. We'll ask about her day. Let's go ahead and check the needs of everyone and make sure they're doing okay. So he's invited over Savannah. So these two are clearly just giving themselves a little chat. He's asking about her day and he's going to quickly excuse himself and go and use the washroom. But I want to make sure that everyone's needs are doing okay. We have a lot of children that are in dire need of a bathroom and a bathtub. Everyone needs to have a little bit of fun. Maybe we'll have Mom play a little bit of music. Let's play a song for everyone. Can you do some music here? It says, Joseph's last year in high school is an important year. The academic aptitude test can help a sim determine what university programs might be the right fit. Joseph should take the academic aptitude test by using the phone or computer under work or career. Completing the aptitude test will grant school progress. Okay, perfect. So we need to do that. And it says the same thing for Norma and Lindsay. Let's go ahead and get her to play a traditional song. We'll do the Willow Creek Ditty. Maybe that will give them a little bit of fun. It looks like Booker is now over here talking with her. So it seems those two are getting on quite well. A little bit more so than even her and Joseph were getting on, which is interesting, I think. I'm gonna get her to take a bath. Why can't we take a bath? Oh, the water has been shut off. Okay, that would explain a lot. So we have a lot of kids that need a bath but no water, which is very unfortunate. So I'm just going to go ahead and have them go ahead and grab themselves something to eat. Some of them are kind of hungry. Some of them are needing to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to help with their needs. They are in seriously bad shape as far as their hygiene goes. Gemma here is in fantastic shape. She's like, I don't know what these kids' problem is. I know, it's really embarrassing that they smell so bad. But she's going to come and she's going to tell them, like, it is time for us to go ahead and head out. We need to go to the memorial and we need to go to lay your father and your brother to rest. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to travel with the family and we're going to take all of the kids and we're going to go to the memorial grounds. So I do find it interesting. She always goes to Booker. He is not necessarily the oldest. Obviously, Joseph and Booker are twins, but she always talks to Booker. I think she feels like Booker is the more mature of the two between him and Joseph. And so she always goes to Booker whenever she talks to Booker about anything that concerns the family. So she has talked to him and said, you know, it's time for us to go ahead and go to the memorial grounds. So let's go ahead. We're going to go over to Strangerville. That is where the cemetery is. And we're going to go to the cemetery with the family and go lay our bodies to rest. Okay, and we have officially arrived here in the cemetery. We are going to go ahead and we are going to lay our bodies to rest here at the cemetery here. Let me just go ahead and place their tombstones. Okay, we have officially placed the tombstones for Liam and Edmund. We're going to go ahead and mourn them. And the family is putting them down to rest here in the memorial cemetery. They are really upset, but they are remembering their family. They are remembering their loss, but they are so proud of the fight that they did, and they are proud that their family members obviously honored their country. They're like really proud of the fact that they went and they fought for their country. They know that they did that for a reason, and they are, thankful that they did that for them. But obviously, it is a very sad moment, and they are really distraught over the fact that they had to lose family members to this war. So once they are done mourning their family members, we're going to go ahead and we will take everyone home. But we will have everybody here in the cemetery when it is all said and done. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to visit with the next family and get them out here to put their members in the cemetery as well. We have arrived here at the Ashita residence, and as you can see, we have a very sad mommy Frances, and we have a little Jackie who is playing in the sand. But we are going to need to go ahead and take both of them to the cemetery. As you can see, we do have Frances who has difficult feelings about Frances. She was not necessarily wanting to have a baby by herself. It says, it's hard to be near a child who inspires much more panic and sadness than it does joy. It's not the child's fault. It's not necessarily the parent's fault either. Were Frances to try to explain it to others, she would be met with nothing but horror and judgment. Yet how is one supposed to force themselves to not feel the sadness they feel and to feel a happiness they do not? And perhaps there is love for this child somewhere within Frances, perhaps, but as of now it cannot be found or felt. She's overrun by upset. So she is really struggling with feelings about this baby, and I think that is absolutely really, really tragic. But let's go ahead and travel over to the cemetery. We're going to lay Judd to rest with Jackie and Frances as well. And this poor family hopefully will be able to move on in their lives. But these two are unfortunately struggling a lot without Judd. She thought that she was going to have a husband with her to help her raise this little girl, and now she is raising this little one all by herself, and she is not at all sure how she feels about that. She wasn't quite ready to be a mom, and she especially wasn't quite ready to be a mom by herself, and she is really, really struggling with this fact. And let's go ahead and put Judd here, and we'll have her go ahead and mourn Judd, and we'll let her go ahead and mourn her daddy as well. And as you can see, Frances is absolutely distraught. Little Jackie is so sad that her daddy is gone. Both of these two are so sad. Jackie didn't obviously get a chance to meet her dad. She was born after he was already gone, but obviously she would have been shown pictures of him and know who her daddy was, and her mom would have told her stories about him because she would want her to be able to know who her daddy was. And so she is really sad that, they are having to lay her daddy here. Frances is like, my love, why did you leave me here? I can't do this by myself. How am I going to do this by myself? So let's go ahead and we're going to pick up little Jackie, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go home. And these two are so precious, but it is truly, truly sad that they have been left alone now that Judd is gone. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to check in with our next family and see how they're doing after the loss and let them tell their goodbyes to their family member. We've arrived at the cemetery now with Franklin O'Hara, and area, as well as Cassandra, which is Emery Franklin's widow, and they have come to say their goodbyes to Samuel and Emery. And as you can see, they are pretty upset. They're going to go ahead and come over here and say their final goodbyes to the brothers as well. We know that Emery and Franklin are twins, and Samuel was Clarence's twin. We know that they are all very distraught by this loss. It does say they are remembering a sin that has passed away. Life is too short. Make it longer in the options menu. Unfortunately, they are really upset by the loss of this short life. They just feel like they really just didn't have enough time with their family members. Oh, Samuel has come to visit, and Judd has decided to come and visit. We are getting visits from our ghost here, out here in the cemetery while we are out here mourning, which is, you know, should be comforting, but I think also is a little disheartening that our ghosts are pretty upset that they are no longer with us. And as you can see, Samuel is pretty angry by this news. We are going to go ahead and head over to our next family. And as you can see, poor little Arya is scared of the ghost. Over in the McQueen family, we have another loss that we need to go and put to rest, because we have lost, as we know, Johnny McQueen here in this family. But it is 12:50 in the nighttime, so I am going to go ahead and just let everyone get themselves to bed for the night, and we will take them in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and put everyone to bed, and in the morning we will head out to the cemetery. So it is the next morning, and we are just going to go ahead and head our family over to the cemetery so that they can put their son to rest. Everyone has grabbed themselves something to eat this morning. They're just getting themselves some food, and they all have a little bit of gas because Mom made some franks and beans, which is not necessarily a good thing. But let's go ahead and just travel over to the cemetery here. We're going to take the whole family and go ahead and head over to the cemetery here so that we can put Johnny to rest. We have arrived here at the local military cemetery. We are just going to go ahead and put the tombstone down. Johnny. There you are, Johnny. Let's put you there. And let's go ahead and get everyone to go ahead and mourn Johnny for the last time here. Obviously, they can come and they can visit and they can mourn whenever they would like. But we will just go ahead and get everyone to just mourn their brother and their son. Oh, you nasty. Have a little bit of couth, will ya, while you're out here paying your respects. And then once they pay their respects, our kids are going to have to go ahead and head off to school. So the kids are going to go off to school, the parents are going to go ahead and head home, and we will check in with our next family, which is going to be the Nunn family, because we need to put Shannon Nunn to rest. We've arrived here at the home of Matilda, and as you can see, she is just going for a little bit of a swim here this morning. But I am going to go ahead and get her to head over to the cemetery so that she can put Shannon to rest. She needs to take him and put him to his final resting place. So she's going to head over to the cemetery and put her husband to rest with the rest of the soldiers. She's going to be all alone now. And we'll go ahead and get her to mourn her husband here. And she is once again all alone. She has lost her spouse in the war. She is a widow all on her own in that really big mansion. And I don't know if she's going to remarry or not. As we know, she is an adult. She is in the later years of her life, and so I'm not sure if she's going to plan to remarry or not, but we'll just have to see how time goes on if she decides to remarry or if she's just going to stay single and continue on with her life. She does have a job now, and so she does have things to keep her busy. She spends most of her time swimming, though, to be honest. When she's done mourning, I'm going to go ahead and send her back home, and then we're going to go ahead and check in with the Abdul family and let them come and put Kai to rest. We have arrived here at the Abdul residence. As you can see, everyone is very sad. Poor little one here is very sad from having a loss in the family, from losing a parent. It's hard to see those closest to us pass away, and Ahara can find some solace by mourning at a tombstone or urn, which is exactly what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and let's travel, and we will have them go to the memorial cemetery and have them put their father and husband to rest. And let's go ahead and get her to mourn and have the children mourn their dad as well. And that way they can get a little bit of solace from mourning at the tombstone to hopefully make them feel a little bit better. I know that it is a really sad moment for everyone. Mourning at the tombstone does seem to give them a little bit of comfort, and so we do want them to be comforted a little bit from being able to mourn over the passing of a loved one. It does give them a little bit of comfort, and we want that for them. She has just picked up her little one, and off they go, and they're heading back to the house. And we have one more family that we need to check in with, and that is the Hensleys. So let's go ahead and check in with them. So we have arrived here at our last family, the Hensley family, that we will be joining today to put a family to rest. And they need to take Darwin's tombstone to the cemetery and put him to rest for the final time. And that way he can find some peace. So we're going to go ahead and let our family head off to the memorial cemetery. So let's go ahead and travel there. We're going to take the whole family. And now that we have arrived here at the cemetery, we have placed the tombstone down, and everyone is going to go ahead and mourn their brother and son. And they are going to say their final goodbye here to Darwin. We have lost him far too soon, unfortunately, in this war. He did fight the good fight, but unfortunately was unable to come back home to be with his family, and everyone is really, really sad by his loss. We have lost so many Sims in this war. It has taken so much from us, and yet this war is finally over. The poor family is just distraught. Everyone is going to go ahead and go home, and we are going to go back to the O'Hara family and continue on with our episode. We have made it back into the O'Hara household, and as you can see, Gemma is practicing her music, getting ready for work. She does have work in 2 days' time, and so she is just practicing some work here with some of her music because she does need to do that for her job. And she is just feeling in a pretty fine mood. As we know, music makes her very happy. All of the kids have gone off to school. It is the season premiere of TV. I am just going to go ahead and call customer service when she's done practicing her music so that we can get them in to get our radio set up. Because as we know, we do need to have radio set up so that everyone can listen to the radio. That is part of our challenge, that someone does listen to the radio for an hour. They have to listen to the radio station. So we will need to get that set up. So let's go ahead and actually get someone set up to come and install for that. It is 2:41, so I am just going to go ahead and do the 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And I'm going to get her out here taking care of this. And we have some classmates that are getting invited over. It looks like Norma has invited over Thomas, and she has told him that she loves him. I don't know why she loves him, but clearly she loves him.
A flush. Benarla. Maybe. Dushal. Amuki flan. Grow pebla.
And he said, I've been told this before. I hope you mean it because I love you. Gemma is feeling really tense. It says, Stranger Daner, loner Sims can't stand to be around strangers. Who knows what they might be up to? So she is feeling a little bit tense from the teenager that has come over to the house, as well as the person that is working on their router here to get their radio working. But unfortunately, we have to invite people into the house sometimes. So she is just going to have to get over that tension. And everything has been set up properly, so now we'll be able to listen to the radio, which is perfect. We desperately needed that to take place. I'm just going to get her to go ahead and clean up around the house a little bit. It does look like we have a birthday coming up soon. It is Gemma's birthday, so I'm going to go ahead and get her to make herself a cake. I know that is so weird, but we're going to go ahead and get her to make herself a cake. I mean, she should be able to celebrate her birthday here. So let's get her to make a birthday cake. That way she can celebrate her birthday with her kids. Come on, make yourself a birthday cake. Bake a cake. Birthday cake. I do want her to celebrate her birthday with her kids. She's just whipping up this birthday cake. It should be done really soon. That way we can go ahead and have her blow out the candles, celebrate with her kids. She is feeling really sad. It says she's having a shared sadness from someone near her that's feeling sad. Let's go ahead and put some candles on this birthday cake. Alright, now blow out your candles, Gemma. Happy birthday, Gemma. You are aging up. Gemma has aged up to adulthood, fulfilling dreams, planning for retirement, and midlife crises await. The perfect time to start wrapping up those lifelong goals. And just like that, she is an adult. She is feeling really sad. She's gonna go ahead and come in here and cry it out. You know what they say, it's my birthday. I can cry if I want to. And that being said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.